Hi there. Welcome to episode 4 of the Social Business Engine. I'm your host, Bernie Borges. I'm really excited to bring you part 1 of my interview with Todd Forsyth. Todd is Vice President of Conversation Marketing at EMC, a recognized global leader in cloud computing and big data solutions. My co-host and sponsor of this episode is Liz Brigham. Liz is Senior Product Marketing Manager at Jive Software. In part 1, you're going to learn how EMC's conversation marketing strategy has realized the full potential of advocacy. Todd explains how external advocacy has resulted in an 8% share of voice and has increased community engagement 60% year over year, resulting in a positive impact on ROMI, return on marketing investment. And now let's get to my interview with Todd Forsyth from EMC. Todd and Liz, welcome to the Social Business Engine show. Todd, let's begin with an introduction to EMC and specifically give us an overview of your conversation marketing initiative.
Bernie, first off, it's a real pleasure to be with you and your audience. Our conversation marketing effort really has 4 pillars to it. The first is paid, owned, and earned media, which is used to ignite conversation in the marketplace. Second pillar is social business. The third pillar is our community efforts, both internally and externally, followed by marketing sciences or big data analytics.
Well, Todd, let's begin by looking at your external community. Can you explain that strategy and how it was set up?
Yeah, so our external community started about 5 years ago. It consists of 280,000 members that come together to engage in peer-to-peer conversations for best practice sharing, product support, as well as downloads. They represent our highest value customers. On average, our ECN members spend about 250% more than non-members. And this past year, we tried to turn our focus from customer loyalty to customer advocacy.
Todd, you mentioned about, the 8% share of voice for your external community, and certainly that's really impressive. And you also mentioned the 250% more kind of stat in terms of return on marketing investment. But I was wondering if you could speak to more other key business results that you've seen as a result of having this community.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So our key metric is really looking at engagement with our customers. And as we introduced and launched our advocacy program, what we're finding is engagement with our customers is up 50%, over 50% year over year. But more importantly, I think the holy grail that most marketers are really chasing is monetization of social. So what we do is we've kind of fine-tuned our social listening engine to identify buying triggers in conversations. And once we find those buying triggers, we route those conversations over to a trained social sales organization.
Now, Todd, if I understand, you've really been at this since about 2010. Is that right?
That's correct. The community started about 5 years ago, but our efforts with regard to really leveraging the community throughout our marketing and leveraging our community as advocates started back in about 2010.
Okay. Can you speak to the role that the Jive platform has contributed to your community?
Oh, absolutely. Jive is the platform that really powers collaboration across our community members. It's the platform that enables us to seed content, seed conversation, and engage in peer-to-peer conversations with our members, and it provides them seamless discovery of people, of community spaces, and content.
Okay, well, you've been at this for a few years now, Todd. With the benefit of 2020 hindsight, is there anything that you might have done differently if you were to do it all over again?
Yeah, on the advocacy front, Bernie, what I would have done differently, I would have engaged our executives earlier in process. What we found was, as we launched our advocacy program in the community, it's really taken off like wildfire at a grassroots level. We provide our community members with special access behind the firewall, so we provide access to product roadmaps, pre-briefings to product launches, special perks at events, and to provide further benefits to our community members. I would have engaged our executives within our product divisions much earlier in process.
Great. And Todd, and just in terms of engaging those executives, if I'm kind of kicking this off and starting from scratch, what are some key business points or building that business case with those individuals? How would you kind of push them over the line to get this going?
What we did from a business case perspective is we really looked at two things. One is I had mentioned the value of our community members. So we did quite a bit of analysis to really understand the incremental value that a community member delivers back to the organization. So that's one component of the business case. The second component of the business case is obviously when you have a peer-to-peer support environment, you have cost deflection. So you avoid telephone costs associated with customer support. So that cost deflection is also an important component to the business case.
Todd, before I ask my next question, I just want to remind our audience that there's a wonderful case study that's available for download at thesocialbusinessengine.com/EMC. So just go there and you can download the entire case study. So Todd, this is a journey. What aspect of the success that you've achieved so far, and it's really impressive, but what aspect of it so far are you most satisfied with?
That's a great question, Bernie. For me, the most important metric that we look at is engagement with our customer. And what we found over the past several years is as we've gotten better at seeding content with our members, turning our members from loyal customers into advocates, our engagement rates have really skyrocketed. So that's been the most really impressive measurement that we've seen.
Todd, in terms of engagement, how do you sustain that over time and keep that fresh, whether it's from content or the way that the community is organized? What are some of those ways to keep up that engagement over time?
Liz, we do a couple of things. One is we integrate the community into the rest of our go-to-market initiatives. So whether it's a product launch or whether it's a campaign that we launch in the marketplace, there's always a component of that campaign that reflects the community. So what we'll do is if we have a product launch or an event as an example, there will always be a technical product discussion around that, and we engage in our community around that technical product discussion. So as our marketing plan evolves, participation within the community evolves. The second thing that we've done to really keep engagement alive is we've launched a very, very sophisticated gamification layer, both offline as well as online. So our members can earn and accumulate points for participation at events or in our online Jive community.
I hope you're inspired by the impressive results Todd has shared with us today about EMC's conversation marketing strategy and the strong ROMI, return on marketing investment, from their external advocacy program. Remember, this is part 1 of my interview with Todd. Tune into episode 5, where we continue this conversation with Todd and Liz to explore the even more impressive ROMI results from EMC's internal advocacy program. To read the full EMC case study, go to thesocialbusinessengine.com/EMC to download the case study. If you're not subscribed to our show, go over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/user/socialbusinessengine. And if you want to listen to each episode while you're mobile, you can find our podcast on iTunes and Stitcher. And of course, the podcast is also called The Social Business Engine. Remember to tune into episode 5 for the second part of my interview with Todd Forsyth from EMC. Until next time, this is Bernie Borges wishing you continued success on your social business journey. So long for now.